Today, as we begin the remote learning version of our courses, I'm going to be showing you two drawing techniques that you can use for shading. The first of which is called Scumbling and the second is called Stippling. So come on over and I will show you those. To begin this process, we're going to set up a scale with 7 different squares, one for each technique that we'll be exploring. The left side will be my lightest tone, and the right side will be my darkest tone. So we're going to see a progression of darkness as we move towards the right. So let's get started. The first technique is called Stippling. These are a series of dots which, the closer together you have them, the darker they will appear. So I'm just very gently coating the first square with a few dots. I'm going to apply basically an even coat going across so that I can build upon that. The more dots that I put down here, the darker that square is going to appear, that tone. On the second square, I'm going to add more of those dots, but have them closer together so that I have a progression of the tone. The closer together I put the dots, the darker the square will appear. The farther apart I have them, the lighter it will appear. I like both of the techniques that I'm showing you here because where I tend to drink a lot of caffeine, this doesn't require me to have a steady hand. And I can shake as much as I tend to do without worrying about any kind of loss in quality of my work. I'm doing this with a ballpoint pen in case that's all you have, but you certainly can use pencil for this. But we're using what's at our disposal. You can see how this technique takes quite a while. So I'm going to apply that across as well. Okay, and finally we're going to work on Scumbling, and it is the exact same principle that's applied to the Stippling gradient up above. You're going to apply a general light coating first, and then progressively get darker by layering, not by pressing down anymore. You just kind of leave one square behind as you apply the coating to the other squares to the right. Progressively building up tones that will establish dark, which will also connect to your midtones that came before. And finally, we're going to apply these tones that are up above on the gradients to 2 apples. You don't have to do an apple, that's just the object that we've selected. Any kind of basic object or shape you can use for practice here. So I'll save this left apple to be for the Stippling. You can imagine how that would turn out, but just in the interest of getting this demo along, I'm going to apply the Scumbling gradient down below here on the apple to the right. And again, it's essentially applying a light base tone first and then building upon that so that you layer up so that way your darks are connected to your midtones and your midtones are connected to your lights. So there you have it. Here we have our Stippling and our Scumbling gradients, and one example anyway of a Scumbling technique applied to an object. These combined with the 2 techniques that Mrs. Giuliani has shown you should be able to get you through our first assignment. Please remember to keep an eye on those deadlines. We have an expectation that you'll be sending us a process image so that we can check your progress on the piece, and we're looking at a final coming in about 2 weeks. So please be attentive to those deadlines. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, and you know where to email us. As always, please continue to keep washing your hands and practice social distancing. Look out for yourself and your families, and take care of yourselves.